Hi everyone, it's me, B at Kelly Sunflower. So I thought I'd hop on and unbox a long-awaited tarot deck. You get a thank you postcard and it says, "Thank you so much for your support and for making this dream a reality." Get pastel magic. And this looks like it could be the Moon tarot card. Oh, I like that. It's kind of sealed. Oh, I don't want to break that. Take it off carefully if I can. Oh, there. Oh, this is a certificate of authenticity. Isn't that beautiful? The Seeking Soul Tarot, first edition, first print, created and illustrated by Alestria Kukula. And my deck was 46 out of 500. And it's got the 22nd of December, so I guess that's when the Kickstarter campaign came to an end. I like it when creators do these finer things. I think it's really thought through and adds a touch. Let's have a look at the deck. So it comes packed in this nice Hessian bow. Let's just unpack this. Oh, this pack's beautiful. Okay, here's the deck. Let's have a quick read of the back of the deck. The Seeking Soul Tarot. This deck consists of 22 major arcana cards with 3 versions of the Lover card and 56 minor arcana cards. The Seeking Soul Tarot was created for the advanced readers as well as beginners. This deck is based on the traditional Rider-Waite tarot system. However, it also reflects the creator's own tarot journey of practicing and learning. The 60-page guidebook included contains information about each card as well as copyright and reverse meanings. It's a bit small, but I managed to read that. Okay, so let's take off all the plastic. I kind of backed this deck twice because I remember when I first backed it, it didn't reach its funding goal. So then it was put back onto Kickstarter again, and luckily it reached its funding goal second time around. So there's the seal that's in the certificate of authenticity, and it's got one of these lift off boxes that you can put your thumb there to pull it off. I like boxes like that. And it's got like kind of stars and stuff inside. So let's just take off the cards. So inside the box it says, "Never think that you are alone." Isn't that gorgeous? So these are the cards. So before we go through the cards, let's have a look at the little pink book. So how many pages is it? It's 60 pages. Gives the dedications at the front. It's got an index where it talks about the introduction and how to use the deck. It talks about the major and the minor arcana, and then it goes into the major arcana and it goes into the minor arcana and each of the suits. The writing's a bit small for me to read, but I will make an attempt. The Seeking Soul Tarot deck was created with a very important mission to fulfill: to guide and support you on your personal journey of finding your passions, understanding your fate, and pursuing your dreams without being affected by fear of criticism and failure. To assist you as your companion and guide with your personal growth. My goal for this creation was for it not just to be pleasant for your eyes, but also to be pleasant and gentle for your mind and soul. I like that. To bring you serenity and joy, as well as grant you with honest and deep answers. The Seeking Soul Tarot deck is here to remind you how important you are in the world. I have devoted my whole heart and soul to this creation of this tarot deck, and I hope that when you feel the cards in your hands, you will feel the love and magic weaving through your fingers straight into your hearts. Oh, that's so nice. A minute this talks about how to use the deck. I believe there is no right or wrong way to use a deck. I have seen many people use it differently, reading in different ways and techniques. Don't be afraid to explore. The most important thing to remember is not doing anything that feels wrong in your heart. Trust your intuition, your instincts, and what feels right in your heart and soul is probably the way the cards want to speak through you. So this sounds like the creatress is saying use your intuition to kind of like detect how you want to read your cards. And then the Major Arcana symbolizes your spiritual path, your development purpose, and your self-realization. And the Minor Arcana symbolizes the path you are going through and indicates the pleasures and challenges in your life. And then it breaks down, you know, the suits. So the cups is water, and it's got in brackets inner experiences and feelings and emotions. Swords are air, intellect, communication, mental development. Pentacles is earth, material development, prosperity and investment. And wands is fire, which is actions, development, energy and progress. That's interesting. And then for each card, you get an upright picture of the card. So you get a picture of the card, an upright and reverse meaning, and then you've got like a little blurb. So for example, the Fool, it says, at the beginning of his path, a young boy was searching for his goals, passions, and mostly himself. He went forward with a desire for adventures without thinking about any threat, failure, or consequence. The mountains block his visibility, but this did not prevent him from following his unknown path. Openly and optimistically, he moves forward to discover and acquire secrets of the universe. The wolf is his support and guardian. So instead of a dog, there's a wolf in this deck. The white rose in his mouth means innocence and sincere intentions of the boy. Your guardians watch over you and support you in your decisions. Be open to change, challenges, and discovering new things, as these are the key elements that will shape your character. Be ready to gather news, sensations, and experiences, no matter what stage you are at your life. The time has come to do something from the beginning. I like the way that she writes. Oh, lovely. So the upright meaning means trust, optimism, potential, open-mindedness, originality, starting a new job or school, new beginnings. The reverse, recklessness and possible bad decisions, childishness, risk, carelessness and irresponsibility, laziness and a tendency to lie. It's interesting. So for each of the major arcanas, it's that kind of format. Now moving into the minor arcana, there's no pictures. It just gives you a blurb, the upright and reverse meaning. But it looks like the court cards are in the same written format as the major arcana. So this could be a thing about probably space, maybe, for the guidebook. Let's see if there's anything about the creator in the book, because normally there's a blurb about the creator. There's none. Okay, I would have liked to have, you know, just had a little bit of info about the creator and maybe what inspired her to kind of make this deck. So let's have a look at the cards. So I like that they're kind of environmentally packed. Let's just take this off. Oops, wrong hand. Look at that beautiful, on camera it looks gold, but off camera it looks like an orange, like a tangerine kind of orange. And it's like a matte kind of finish. So the backs are reversible. They really feel nice. They're kind of like a, I can't explain it. They're not matte, they're matte, but they're not matte. And they're not glossy, and they're not linen. They're kind of like a, I don't know how to describe it. But if I compare it to my Albano weight, which is the size of a regular RWS deck, it's the same size. So you've got the 4, and I like that it's the dog guys in the 4, and he's kind of prominent as well in this picture. And, you know, like the moon, you know, walking into the unknown. That's how I see the moon in this card. So you've got the magician, and all the tools of the suit are on his table. Or is he coming out? No, he's coming out of a suitcase. He's got the affinity on his head there. Love the high priestess. And instead of the 2 pillows, she's got like a black and white owl. She's got her book, her moon crescent. The Empress is pregnant, and this looks like she's in a garden, or she's in touch with nature. The Emperor. You can see that's the ram, I think. Or is it a reindeer? I'm not quite sure. The Hierophant, you've got his keys, and you've got a mass of people willing to learn. They're like shadows looking up to him. The Lovers. So that's like a mixed race couple. And this is a same-sex couple. And 2 men. Again, same sex but male, and same, you know, and the other one was same sex female. So you've got the Chariot, and you've got like a pink and brown horses instead of Sphinx. Oh, look at this Strength card. Isn't it absolutely gorgeous? She's just embracing her inner strength. The lion looks very confident here and very strong. The Hermit, you know, going towards those mountains to reflect and contemplate. Got the Wheel of Fortune. Justice. Even though she's not blindfolded, the way that her eyes are positioned, it could indicate that she's blind to me. So I like that kind of depiction of the impartiality. So you've got the Hangman, suspended from a tree. The Death. Temperance. I like how this archetype is finding the balance by balancing on one foot, doing like a yoga stance. So it's just a different depiction of balance. The Devil. These chains look quite loose, so this person could kind of get away from all the temptation if they wanted to. But because the Devil's bigger, the Devil's got more of the power. It's the Tower. Look at that, it's the Tears, because she can't control what's going on. This is out of the person's control. Wish upon a Star. Beautiful. So the Moon card was the same card that I got in the poster, if you remember. Beautiful. I'll put this, I'm going to frame this and put it on my altar. So you got the Sun, you got the Horse, you got nobody on the horse, but the whole kind of happy vibes, the sunflowers, it's beautiful. It's like a nice happy environment. Judgment. And the World. This person's got the whole world in their hands. So moving on to the Suit of Cups. The Ace of Cups. Oh, look at this. It's kind of like, to me, it looks like a dating card. A masculine and feminine hand, you know, entwined. It's beautiful. So you've got the Three of Cups, which is 3 people celebrating, having some nice red wine. 4 of Cups, you know, that's a missed opportunity there, because you're so focused on what's in front, you're not seeing the opportunity that's behind you or that's been offered behind. 5 of Cups, you know, looking into the future and kind of worrying, but they're not looking behind to see the cups that are standing up. And look at that, all, you know, crying over spilt milk. Six of Cups, reminiscing on childhood or the past. So these are all the choices. That's interesting though, because some of the cups are down with nothing in there. I just want to read what it says in the book. So that's an interesting depiction of the 7 of Cups. The card presents 3 cups filled with dreams and temptations, and the 4 of them have choices that we are not able to see yet. Remember that any choice you make will bring consequences. 7 of Cups reminds us to not lose or limit our vision by focusing on one path, as there may be other opportunities that you have no idea about yet. Time to face what seems difficult to you. Do not lose yourself in your dreams. Just pursue them. So basically she's saying that, you know, not all choices will be available to you yet. So that's a very good way of looking at the 7 of Cups, because I always saw them as choices available, but you know, in this deck it's saying that not all of them are available. Some of them are in the future. It's interesting. This is the 8 of Cups. Nine of Cups. It's got like a big belly because he's comfortable. Just enjoying the comforts of life. Overindulgence. And this is the family and the dogs. Beautiful. So you've got the Page, the Knight, the Queen of Cups, and the King. So moving on to the Suit of Swords, you've got the Ace, the Two of Swords. Oh, look at the Three of Swords. The person inside is mentally traumatized, you know, holding on to their face. It's quite a deep card. This person's having a nice rest. This person looks like they've been defeated. It's interesting. That's moving away from emotional drama. That's a dishonest kind of person. This is an interesting depiction of the Eight of Swords. So that bubble can burst if you know if she wants it to. It's all in you know, in your mind. It's the Nightmare card. And the Ten of Swords. So you've got the Page. Oh, it's an interesting Knight. Queen and the King. So moving on to the Suit of Pentacles. There's a splash of green here. You've got the Two of Pentacles. You're finding that balance. So that's like they're trying to work towards a skill or apprentice. It's looking that money away, or even gaining the knowledge on how to budget, really, to be quite honest. It's 5. Offering some money. That's all the growth there. Homing in on your skills or perfecting a skill. She looks very earthy and successful. So you can see the bird and stuff. It's beautiful. I suppose these could represent the garden. It's like a path to her house. This is one generation to another. Page, Knight, Queen and King. And what I like about this deck as well is that the court cards are age appropriate. So the pages look like they're, you know, up until their 20s. The Knights look like they're in their 30s, and the Queen and King look like they're in above 40. In some decks, you get pages that look like they're in their 50s, and kings and queens that look like they're in their late teens. So I'm glad that these ones are kind of age appropriate. There's also like a splash of green as well in the court cards. So moving on to the final suit, which is the Suit of Wands. Kind of, you know, very Rider-Waite-Smith based. These look like they're rubies. Be nice to know what crystals they are. And look at this nice fully figured woman, you know, owning her shape and not feeling embarrassed and stuff like that. Look at that foundation. trying to perfect. Are they in conflict or are they working as a team? It's kind of hard to tell in this deck. Maybe both. Victory. Standing their ground, 7 of Wands. This is another interesting card because I see this card as like swift communication, but I don't get the swiftness. I guess with the birds possibly, but let me just quickly see again what the guidebook says for the 8 of Wands. We can see 8 wands and birds building a nest on this card. This card signifies a surge of energy and inspiration. You are in a moment where you feel elation. You have specific and clear visions, and you have the motivation to pursue yourself and your plans. We can also see a bird with a letter that symbolizes a message is coming to you. Okay, so what bird's got the letter? I can't see that. Maybe I can't see the letter in here. Maybe somebody else can. So this is really saying about a surge of energy and messages, but I just don't get that in this picture, but maybe that's just me. Oh, that I think that's the letter there. Don't know if you can see it there. That looks like that could be what the letter is. Scroll, more like. So and look at this. This looks like a heavy bunch of roses or crystal roses. You know, and that person's quite strong exterior. You know, looks like they can take a lot of weight. So you've got the page, the knight, the queen. I love it when people stand proud, you know, in their full figure. She's got like a nice little pink cat. It's stunning, very confident. And the king. So let's give these cards a shuffle. They shuffle just like any other normal deck, and they're also quite flexible, so the riffle shufflers would also, and bridge shufflers would also appreciate this deck. It's just beautiful. So what are my first impressions? I actually like it, you know, it's a modern take to the Rider-Waite-Smith, and I also like some of the author's interpretations, especially this one here, the 7 of Cups, you know, which means that, you know, not all choices that are presented to you are available. You know, I quite like that idea. That's the crying over spilt milk. So I'm not sure if this deck is available to buy, but if it is, I will leave a link in the description bar should anybody be interested. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.